Hey fellow world dwellers, today we are talking about the Gamma Gun. The full guide for the Gamma Gun, how to get it, how to modify it, what works with it, what doesn't, what are the bugs, and as well how to get the Grahm to spawn if you need to shop with him at the end of the video, just in case if you forgot. Now, why this gun? It's very important with the Ghoul update. As you can tell, it does give a hefty dose of radiation, what ghouls really love and enjoy. So let's start from the beginning. How do you get the gun? How do you craft the gun? If you need a plan to craft it, the plan can drop from Savage Divide area and can be sold occasionally by Grahm, traveling vendor, but not always. There is no guarantee spot that you can pick up the plan, so you'll need to visit Grahm probably several times. Now, you do craft, after you learn the plan, you do craft Gamma Gun under Energy Guns. And it's the name short Gamma Gun. The crafting of level 45 will require basic resources. There is nothing super rare if you need to craft it. Now, modifications for the Gamma Gun. How do you modify it? We'll cover legendary when we go into the combat phase, but first regular modifications. So the dish drastically improves amount of radiation you will be getting, which is a good thing if you are playing a ghoul. So way more radiation if you install the deep dish. The downside, a little bit less of aim speed and better sighted accuracy. Doesn't really matter. This gun is not really being used aiming down the sight, therefore that doesn't really matter. After that, the next modification possible, it's the grip, sharpshooter's grip. And you want it, because it improves your VATS accuracy, slightly reduces AP cost, gives you all those benefits, aim speed, less recoil, so on. So yes, you absolutely want to install it. Both modifications, the deep dish and sharpshooter grip, you get by scrapping Gamma Guns. So you craft a bunch, you scrap them, and you will learn those modifications. And lastly, last mod slot 3 options are there. No muzzle, which makes it regular single-shot pistol weapon. Signal repeater, which change it into automatic. As you can see, fire rate will improve and fire mode will change. Other stats like barely affected. AP cost is not affected, but accuracy is almost the same, so it doesn't really matter much. It can be tempting to install electric signal carrier antenna if you want to use it as a single shot. But, and I'm not only talking about what it says, that it changes it into charging mode, there is bigger problem. You will just nuke your damage. I will show you how it works and why it's serious problem. I do not recommend using that one at all. It's not recommended. So just, you are warned. You are choosing between no muzzle and signal repeater, and honestly, signal repeater is the only way to go, as there is no advantage to no muzzle. There is no increased damage if you have single shot. There is advantage if you have signal repeater, and no downside. You can still fire a single shot if you want to. So that's not a downside. You can fire a single shot, it's fine. There is no penalty, especially that perks currently, there is no pistol specific perks that would benefit single shots over automatic and so on. The only meaningful difference will be interaction with concentrated fire. So no muzzle and single fire will give you increased VATS accuracy way faster with shots when you have concentrated fire max out equipped, as that goes by 20% per shot if it's a single shot weapon and only 4% per shot if it's automatic. So that's where the difference lies, and that's about it. There is no other difference. Now, interactions with Onslaught, those are important, we'll cover that. Let's go for a little bit of combat. Oh, and one quick note, if you for some reason need this electrified, the signal antenna electrified one, you can buy it at Watoga station, the plan for it. You can buy there, if you need it. So first, let's take the one that I modified with electric signal carrier antenna. So this one, the charging one. Energy pistol charging one. Let's take it for a spin. So the charge time is 1 second. If I hold the button, it is charging, you can see it. Then I fire, and damage is really good. But I need to hold the button. And I did 1k damage here, now 900. You can see at the same time I put on a reversed onslaught, but I'm losing a lot of stacks. That's what I wanted to say, like the onslaught interactions with the gamma gun. The gamma gun explosion, especially if with the electrified antenna, it's counting as explosion with multiple hits. So it's taking random amount of stacks out of reverse onslaught, as you can see. That's why I do not generally recommend reverse onslaught. And that's the damage with this gun when I'm charging. But if I don't hold the button, that's the damage. Barely any, like I'm losing most of the damage, so without holding of the button, it's useless. If you are somehow okay with running Gamma Gun by holding the button for a little bit of a benefit, feel free to do it. I do not recommend. For a comparison, now that's automatic Gamma Gun. Automatic Gamma Gun as well Furious, and I'm not using VATS criticals at this moment. It's all just sneak attacks from VATS. So I don't need to hold the button with this one. Let me shoot this super mutant, and so you can see the damage difference is not big at all, and the amount of consumed stacks of reverse onslaught, if I would like to use it, way less. So there are some unfortunate interactions if you try to make it electrified. Way more cumbersome to use. I do not generally recommend. Now, unfortunately, reversed onslaught, so that's card, not very suitable for Gamma Gun as for any other explosive weapons. They do consume multiple stacks per shot, which is not awesome with this type of a weapon. So I recommend not using that. So with regular onslaught, when I'm losing stacks over time, but I'm gaining them when firing, this is way more convenient to use, as every shot will give me 1 or more stacks, sometimes even 5 or 8. I don't know what really determines how many stacks I will get, but yeah, here I'm getting stacks. I'm losing when I'm not fighting, but then they do go up when I do fight and shoot. And yes, I do not need to go away from enemies when shooting, because radiation is good for me. So just a healing. And so you can see the damage-wise performance of this gun is really awesome. Even if I am not sneaking, okay, if I do not sneak, that's the damage, and that's without the critical. The ammo capacity, unfortunately, is low. If I go with criticals, so that's even better. Usually 1 to 2 shots to kill a super mutant is sufficient. So it's really fast. If it's critical, it's usually 1 shot, even without sneaking. The damage is there. Damage is really good. So you still have here super mutant, there is super mutant. So performance, yeah, absolutely. Now, outside of onslaught, you know now that it's better with regular onslaught than reversed one. What are the best effects on it? And I would say you can go 2 different paths with that. As you can see, I do have this one, which is Furious. Furious is very good because adds 9 stacks and adds damage. So with regular onslaught, you will max out 20 stacks with regular onslaught. Therefore, that's 100% bonus damage from Furious effect on the prefix. Really good. I do like to run it with extra VAT hit chance on the second star. That's important, especially if you are running with ammo capacity of 8. So it's good if you don't miss a lot. Very good synergy with the latest addition of the Eye of the Hunter for the ghouls. So extra VATS accuracy at distance, stacking up all with that, and with awareness bonuses. So yes, VATS accuracy on second star, in my opinion, very good. Now the second way to go, if you rather would have more ammo capacity, so capacity of 32, if you use quad, but you are losing the Furious effect, so you have less damage per shot, You can still use Onslaught, but it will now max out at 11 stacks, which is way less. I still do recommend VATS hit chance, although if you are running quad, you could consider VATS critical damage, as you will get enough shots out to increase the VATS accuracy just from running a concentrated fire. Then for the last star, of course, less AP cost will be the best, that's optimal, and 4-star extra damage to enemy appendages, so pinpointers. That's the best, as majority of the damage of this gun comes from ballistic impact damage. The explosion is radiation. It doesn't really matter for enemies, it only matters for us for extra healing, charging up this glow. Now, what about 2-shot, if you ask? Will 2-shot increase amount of radiation taken? Yes, it will more than double it. If you just want a lot of radiation for yourself, 2-shot will be great. But it's not good for combat, not good for damage. It is only good for self-inflicted radiation. So that is about the 2-shot. Now, how well it performs on more tanky enemies like a Scourge Beast. So we do have one single 100 level Scourge Beast, some regular Scourge. We are running quad, so we get some Onslaught stacks. Even though it's not Furious, we still get Onslaught stacks. We are just capped at less. Okay, let's reload. And we fire at this Scourge Beast, level 100. A little bit far, so you can see we missed most of the shots, which is not great, but now she's closer, and you can see the damage. Oh, I'm not on quad, that's Furious. Okay, so that's the Furious one. I used the wrong one. That's why I'm reloading all the time. Let me find another Scourge Beast and use quad as my intention was. Okay, now I have quad Gamma Gun as it's supposed to be. And we do have a Scourge Beast in here. Let's shoot some of those Scourge. They're roaming the area. I need some of the AP. She was close, but I need a little bit of AP to unload a quad gun. Okay, in danger, so no need to sneak. And here is the damage. No sneaking. Almost annihilated her. I need a little bit more action points to get her down in one burst. I ran out, but now she's down. So you can annihilate Scourge Beast really fast with the quad Gamma Gun. I can fire like that, like torso shots, of course, less damage as that's pinpointers, but still do lots of damage. So that's the Gamma Gun, the Ghoul gun for the next update. A very handy either sidearm or the main weapon. And now how to get Grahm. So to get Grahm, guaranteed, you need private server. If you don't, there would be only a chance you will find him, as Grahm always spawn on new server at Monongah power plant. That's when Grahm starts walking up or down the road, so then you can meet Grahm anywhere. Grahm will be on the journey, but journey will always start at Monongah. So what you do, you travel to Monongah. When you are at Monongah, you go back to main menu. Then join your private server. Make sure a new world is being built. It must be a new world. So Grahm will start his journey. And when you join a fresh server, just turn around and look for 2 dots on the compass, and sometimes you will see already Grahm and Charlie de Mumu. That's why we're looking for 2 yellow dots on the compass. Sometimes Grahm can go up, sometimes Grahm is going down. Doesn't matter, you will find him as he's starting here. Then you have trade options and unique plans. They are on rotation, so Grahm doesn't always carry the same ones. So you look for the Gamma Gun. If it's not there, then you need to try again. Maybe you need some other plans. You can see Grahm is selling a lot of stuff, but it's on rotation. There's like 5 or 6 lists that Grahm's carry. So that will be different plans on different servers, but that's how you can find Grahm. And he can sell plan for the Gamma Gun, for the weapon itself. And that being said, this is everything for this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Thank you a lot for watching, and see you all in the next one.